Hey guys, welcome to the first Q&A session we have had in a very, very long time. Let's see. I don't know everything that we're going to do in this episode, and it's probably not going to last too terribly long because I have to get out there and meet a friend soon. It's pretty late at night. I'm just glancing around my new place. You know what? I'll show you. This is what I am seeing right now. I've got my questions over here, the thing here telling me, oh man, that is trippy. My microphone here, the Blue Yeti. Blue Yeti. There's me. Hey, it's me again. What up? Just looking at that again. I always look at that. I don't look at you. Here's my window. My cats like to mess it up. There's the beard net I talked about in one of my videos, in case you watched it. We have our, let's see if I can do this right, our Minecraft sword with a scarf, looking like the Pokemon Honedge over there. Our old license plate from my mom's van when I was like 10, that broke in half, conveniently because my friend Dylan always calls me Dez. I swear I didn't break it. This is our little studio room. You can see over here, there's Rebecca's computer and everything. The closet's a bit dirty, all that. We still haven't completely finished unpacking and putting stuff away. That's like the music station. That's our cat, Anu. A cute little bitch. There's Booker. Oh my god, he's so adorable. There's just a bunch of other crap. That's this room. Maybe one day we can show you the rest of it. I mean, some of you guys already know what it looks like as Victor. Victor knows what it looks like. But in case he's not, this is why I didn't want to do that. It's going to be a bitch. Is that right spot? Right there. Okay. Anyway, now that you've seen my little studio room with all the blinds messed up because they're old and the cat's all messing it up all the time, why don't we jump in? I will pick a couple of these questions. I don't know. I have a really good one from Jason, but I'll save that one for the end because it requires a lot of thought. And Booker, shut up. I've thought about it for a while, but look at that. My teeth look a lot whiter now. Yeah, see, that was the butt of Minnie. That's dumb. I'm getting made fun of that for work. At work. Whatever. Anyway. My smile. We'll just jump in with an imaginary question. Marshall! Do you like your smile? My answer is yes, I do. If it's just like, you know, the first top of the mouth, whatever. But when I was a kid, I got really self-conscious because of this. And I always wanted to get braces, but my dentist told me that it'd be like $5 grand just to break my jaw and put me in a head brace, and I wasn't going to go for that in like 8th grade. That's a nightmare for anyone. So, we didn't do it. Sucks, but whatever. I gotta live with it for now. Anyway, for a real question by Marco Garcia, again, this motherfucker is a great guy. He asks, how do you like Titanfall? Well, the truth is, I love Titanfall, since he put a space there. Whatever. God, look at these guys. Hang on. I'm gonna interrupt this. Well, of course, now that I'm about to show it, they stop being cute. There's Booker. Hey, Anu. Where are you? Come here. Look at him. He's so adorable, isn't he? No, look at him. He's like, I don't want this. There she is. Sorry, this is getting way off topic. He just wants food again. Look at him. He's chubby. Look at that. Oh, snap. Get out of there, Booker. Look at that guy. There she is. She's just chilling like, I don't want to know what that thing means. Anyway, back to the questions. Titanfall is amazing. I love it. It's been a really fun game. I love that you can run on the walls and do parkour and do a jetpack double jump and everything. It's actually like my favorite feature, so that's a good thing. My face looks really weird and like red today, but it's probably just the lighting. I'm like an earthworm. That was weird. Forget you ever saw that, please. Do you think there will be a Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask remake for 3DS? Another by Marco. The answer to that, I think, is... I bet it's in the works, even. But I don't think it's going to be out for a while. I mean, they hinted at it so much in A Link Between Worlds and just all over the place. They've hinted at it. I can't think of anything now other than that. But they hinted at it a lot in that game, so who knows? I hope so, because I really like that game. I lent my copy to someone and I never got it back, and that upsets me, but you move on. Yeah, anyway, I'm not going to tell you that story. That story sucks. It's very sad. Okay, another by Marco, but this time it's from Twitter and not Facebook. How do you like Kansas wind? Well, first off, let me explain that the wind here has been fucking horrible lately. I mean, pardon my English, but the wind has been terrible. It's been all like... I'm just gonna lounge back and bring the microphone. It's been terrible. I mean... Shut up. God. Anyway, it's been pretty bad. To the point where I think the other day it was reaching like 60 miles per hour or something like that, right before we had this big storm, and that was kind of scary in and of itself, but whatever. The wind is great. I love wind, but when I'm walking down the road and it's like really warm out and suddenly I get blasted with freezing cold wind and I'm getting pushed back and dust blown in my face, I don't like that very much. But I do like Kansas wind because it does happen so much and it feels great. It's just it carries a lot of dust with it, and that's not good. In fact, I read in the paper that this town nearby, well, in Kansas, as in nearby, it actually got, the dust got so bad during the windstorm thing that we had. Is that a thing? A windstorm? We'll call it a windstorm anyway. In the windstorm, it got so bad that driving visibility was almost zero, and Booker is just curious as hell to see what I'm doing. I really like the guy. It's crazy. I'll hide the microphone again. Anyway, so let me just shrink down. Wind is great. I liked it. I have a bell. I don't think I've ever used this yet. Not in a video. I kept meaning to, and I just never did. Ding, motherfucker. Let's look at something. You guys want to see something not embarrassing, but also embarrassing at the same time? Another imaginary question, because these are the questions that count. What were you like as a child? Well, allow me to show you. That is me. It's very bad, kind of glary, but that's me as a kid. I look like a regular old Marine son. That's exactly what I was. That's my older sister, Ashley. And I think that's my mom and my very old cat, Tigger, or Tiger or something. But yeah, that face, though, that I'm making is like... See if I can recreate it. I think he was telling me that I needed to be a Marine. I still make that face a lot, admittedly, which is the worst thing. I mean, gosh, let's look at more young pictures of Marshall. There's me and my dad. He's passed out, and I'm kind of like, oh, hey, guys. Look, it's like I'm Wilson from Home Improvement. You can't actually see my face. Doesn't that suck? The answer is no. Alright, guys, we're going to save Jason's question for just a little bit later. I got another idea of something we can do. It's another version of show everything that's on your desk, because I don't care. I need to kill a couple minutes, to be honest. I didn't get very many questions. The first question I got are any topics verboten? And I said no. Everything is permitted. Here are some ideas for Minecraft, for our little series going on. I'm trying to see it too, so we'll figure this out. It's very hard. Resource packs, ideas, Pajama Sam. If you watched my latest Ace of Spades, you'll understand that. Questions for the Q&A. I put them all right frickin' there. That being said, I've used most of them except for the last two, which are both from Jason. Again with the beard nets. You put it on like this, and then you spend the entire day hating your life because it goes like that. Ugh. Terrible, and in fact, I really hate elastic. It's so hard to break. I knew that as soon as I grabbed it. I've got a rubber band. Put it on my wrist. I have a dime. Headphones. These are actually Rebecca's, not even mine. I don't have my own headphones, I guess. Not necessarily on my desk, but I've got an E-Tank again. I don't know if I showed that last time. Love it. Parkour gloves. Hell yeah. A phone I got a very long time ago. Like, I don't even know when, but you could just take these off and replace them with other ones, and it was badass. Like, if you had one of those, you were the bomb diggity. I'm trying to figure out how to open this. We have got our own utensils to use if we ever wish to. Metal. It comes with a knife as well, and a wine opener, and I think a bottle opener as well. You just... I think you have to open these a little bit, and you slide that back on, and you close it. Boom, there you go. Fits on your keychain if you want it. Don't know why you would. Whatever. Here's the Spider-Man pencil I was talking about. Might help if it was the right way. Isn't that fantastic? It's Spider-Man. Spider-Man, there we go. The amazing Spider-Man. Peter Spider-Man. Here is a Yoshi we got a long-ass time ago from Rebecca as a gift. Yeah. I gotta stop saying yeah, but I'm not going to, ever. Alright, back to the questions. After I take a sip of water, because that's professional. So fresh. God, I'm in a weird fucking mood. Victor's in for a night. What are the most commonly used words by younger people, such as yourself, that have a sexual subculture street meaning that parents are completely oblivious to? Well, he says clueless. I just kind of changed it on accident. Let's see here. According to Reddit, which is where I posted the question, because if you don't know something, you go to Reddit. And I have found I don't know anything about slang anymore. Slang has changed so much since I was a kid. When I was a kid, you had stuff like groovy, surf's up, rocket, whatever. Now you've got let me take a selfie, which I imagine is like the whole yeah, pretty, right? Thing, and you've got DVD, which equals threesome. I should have air quoted DVD, or DVD, which equals threesome. 2 guys and a girl. Example, hey, did you know Beth and Daenerys had a DVD? Joffrey is asshole. I guess that's a Game of Thrones reference. Example, you're such a fucking Joffrey, man. I like that one, kind of. I might call someone a Joffrey. D-O-O-D, dude. F-A is flap away, like, I'm leaving so you can just F-A, motherfucker. I-D-H-T-T. I don't have the time. Or basically, I don't fucking like you, so get the fuck out of my face, ho. Yeah. No. No, we're not actually licensed gangsters. We might get sued for that. I don't know. This guy, Mr. Valentin, says, where I live, people call it an Eiffel Tower instead of DVD, and he's never heard it like that either. And neither have I! Haha, I just got why people call it a DVD. Dick, vagina, dick. Aw, shit. I didn't even think about that. Sorry, this is now not safe for work. I've always heard it as Eiffel Tower as well, because you go, Eiffel Tower, with another guy. Like, put your hands on the screen like that, and just, like, act like you're making an Eiffel Tower with me. Let me lean back more. And then you have a girl, like, right there, and, you know. Yeah, anyway. This guy says groovy. Beautiful. Swerve, but he doesn't say what it means. So we'll make up a slang for it. When you say swerve, that means you came around and did something cool when you thought it was going to be bad. Like, say you start to trip and you catch yourself and end up making like a cool-ass breakdance move like people do. You could say, dude, did you just see that motherfucker swerve? That was so fucking cool. Yeah. I'm feeling gangster today, guys. Fuck that shit. I've heard it's been a minute to refer to a long time. I've heard that as well. Jason, if someone tells you it's been a minute and you haven't seen them in like 3 years, just punch them right in the face because they're not worth your time. Cray means crazy because kids are too lazy to pronounce the Z. God, look at my fucking hair. That cowlick, though. Anyway. Yeah, I've heard of cray cray. I hate it, just for the info. Buttery? Apparently it means the same thing as sketchy. I don't really know. I finished high school last year. Thank you, Breeny. Buttery, like, man, you better back off. That guy looking real buttery over there. I don't know. I'm so sorry. Thought. Derogatory term used to refer to a girl in their general line of sight. That hoe over there. T-H-O-T, thought. Okay, so that hoe over there. Why did I say girl? I don't know. So let's make a couple of these together. Yo, dude, I swerved on thought over there. That doesn't work. I swerved on thought because me and Daenerys, I assume that's a guy because the other one was completely weird sounding. Anyway, no, Daenerys is the girl. What the fuck? Beth and Daenerys had a DVD. That doesn't work. Oh well. I'm not going to question his logic. I don't care. He just copied and pasted it from a website that I saw when I looked it up. So I don't even think it counts. Anyway, like, dude, I totally swerved. Do you see thought? Because me and Jared had an Eiffel Tower. That's bad. I can't say that I'm engaged. I'm sorry. Sorry, Rebecca. Dude, that is so fetch. I imagine that means, like, fetching, like really cool. Like, God, that's so fetch. Look at this little cootie. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's just kind of moving around. Oh, God, she's gone. Fetch, really? What are you, a dog? I question whether I am a dog or a human sometimes. No, I'm just kidding. I don't. The last question is, what are some of the most pressing concerns, politically, culturally, economically, etc., for young adults? I don't know if that's the sort of thing you're looking for, but that's what I got. Well, Jason, let me just tell you, right now, one of the most pressing... This is so weird to be holding it like this. Like, I feel like I'd have a smaller one and do it that way, or take it off the base or something and hold it like that. But, like, some of the most pressing concerns for young adults would probably be, at the moment, the minimum wage being raised across the United States. I almost said nations. That would have been awkward. I'm not that stupid, I promise, but I also haven't read up on any of these pressing issues that I'm talking about at the moment. Connecticut raised it to $10.10 already, I believe. Rebecca told me Seattle's up to $15 already. And it's supposed, don't quote me on this again, because I just read it in the paper and never really went back to it. Seattle was going to, not Seattle, the rest of the states were going to determine for themselves when they would raise minimum wage and how slowly or fast they would. But it was supposed to all be raised within, like, 4 years, 3 years, something like that. I don't know. But I think that's a pretty pressing concern for anyone who makes less than $10.10 an hour, and even for people who do. Because if you're like a CNA or something and you start off at 10-something an hour, you've just gone to school for a few years, really. I mean, what with high school, you could do it in school still, so you'd have to wait till you graduate for some of these things like CMA and all that. And then you have to actually do the physical classes and everything, and you feel like you earned that $10 an hour or more, depending on maybe where you're at. Hey, look at that. Skyrim just finished rendering. Wow, that just popped up and got in my way. Anyway, and then if minimum wage gets raised at that point, they're probably not going to get a raise. Like, they're not going to be like, oh, well, minimum wage just got raised $2.75 or whatever, $2.85, I don't know. Anyway, we'll just say minimum wage just got raised about $3, and yeah, $2.85? Yeah, that's probably wrong, and I'm going to look like an asshole, but whatever. So, for the sake of this, minimum wage just got raised $2.85. So instead of putting you at 12 they're at 13 or whatever dollars. We're not going to do that. I mean, we already started paying you a lot, and now we have to pay everyone else a lot, so we're not going to up your pay. And I think that pisses off a lot of people who do make around $10 an hour or maybe more. Like, there's this guy I work with, Sean, who makes under $10 an hour, but that's because he started there when, I don't know, I think he said he started when it was $5 or $6 an hour for minimum wage here in Hutch. And he said something about how he makes $9.50, $10 an hour, somewhere in there, just right about there anyway. And he said that he asked me if he was going to get a raise again, like $1 raise maybe, I don't know. But I told him probably not, and he asked our boss, and she said probably not, and he got really mad because he feels like he just got gypped, wasting all his time because he hit the cap, so he can't get any more raises, and minimum wage is going to get raised, so he'll get raised up to it, but he's never going to get another raise again. And that really pisses him off because it feels like he's starting over. And I can understand that, too, because I'm getting close to that amount as well. And it does kind of suck, because you know that all these other prices are going to go up as well, and the standard of living might increase, and everything else will probably just start to go up $1 and maybe a few cents. I don't know how it all works. I don't really know inflation and everything very well. I probably don't sound like I know it very well, which is okay, because I don't, and I admitted that. But it worries us, because we don't know, because most of us are young, and we don't know politics, and we don't know economics or anything like that. We know enough that we learned in high school and maybe college, and we haven't really got to grad school yet. So we learned enough to get the basics of everything, but sometimes when things like this happen, it just seems to fly out the window and you don't remember. And that's when you get kind of scared and worried, and you just start to freak out a little bit. So I'd say that's the biggest one. In regards to others, for me, I'm worried. Not really worried, I guess. I'm excited to see what the future holds for Kansas, because we could end up becoming like the nation's powerhouse of wind and solar electricity. And I think that would be really cool. I mean, we have the ability to do it. We've got tons of open spaces. We've got a lot of people who I think would be on board with it, especially, I don't know his agenda, if he even has one. I don't know what he's about, but I heard of a guy called Chris Given for Hutch. And he was talking a lot about it at Third Thursday, and I listened to some of what he had to say, and I have to say that not understanding politics as much as I really should, I would probably vote for him. I think he wants to be in the House. This is how much I even know, because I listened to him, but I didn't really get his background on where he stood and what he was. Well, I got where he stood. I mean, like, where he is aiming to be so much. I just assumed that he wanted to be the man and enact some reform and get change done, and I hope to God that this microphone was plugged in the whole time, because it was kind of loose. But yeah, I think that's most of the concerns we've got right now. I mean, especially that last one for me is pretty big, because in the next few years, who knows, maybe we could be a green state for not really the most part, but we can see where it goes. We can enact the change to possibly enable the future generations to live in a green state, in a stable economy, stable environment, stable country, and hopefully a country as a whole that will be more peaceful and more green and leave less of a footprint on the earth. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but we can only hope, and the only way to help that dream come true is to take action and to really learn, I guess, the politics and economics behind all of this, so that you can try to take action, you can help support these people, and hell, maybe even find out yourself that you should be the one running. Maybe you should take the action, maybe you should take the initiative, maybe I should. I don't know. As someone who's deeply flawed and knows it and probably suffers from cognitive dissonance on a very psychological level, don't know that I'd be good for it. Anyway, that's it for Q&A time. I hope you enjoyed. Hope I got those questions answered fully. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.